You found the right home, but can you close on it? Buying a home is one of the most exciting and most stressful things that you'll ever do. You've worked hard, saved your money, and you've finally found the right home. In fact, in your heart, you've already moved in. But here's the question most buyers never ask until it's too late. Can you actually close on it and do it without unnecessary stress, setbacks, or disappointments? My name's Russell. I'm a licensed real estate professional in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I have over 20 years of experience in new construction and resale. I've helped hundreds of families move into their dream homes, and I've experienced just about every mistake that a home buyer can make. And the reality is, most of those mistakes aren't about finding the wrong house. They're about what happens before and after you found it. So in this video, I'm going to share the 5 biggest mistakes homebuyers can make after entering into a contract, the ones that cause stress, frustration, and sometimes can even cost you your dream home. Stick around until the end because avoiding just one of these mistakes could save you thousands of dollars and months of frustration. Let's dive in. If you're looking at new construction, builders will get you pre-approved before writing the contract. It protects everyone involved. But in resale, there's no built-in safeguard like that. If you're not pre-approved, you can end up wasting time or set your heart on a home that you can't yet secure and potentially miss out on it as a result. That's why I advise all of my clients get pre-approved first, shop second. You'll negotiate from a stronger position with more confidence, and you'll be able to move faster when the right home appears. Plus, you'll avoid the heartbreak of losing out on the home that you really love. Mistake number 2 is making major financial changes before closing, also known as don't sabotage your own loan. So you found your home, you're under contract, everything's going smoothly. Then you think there's a big sale at Super Furniture Outlet. Let's go buy that new sofa set, maybe even a fridge or washer dryer. We'll just put it on the credit card and pay it off later. Well, this is a huge mistake. A friend of mine who works for a new home builder shared a heartbreaking story with me about some people he was working with, really nice people who were so excited about buying their first home that after they signed their mortgage and ownership documents at title, they went out and bought their dream living room set, which was on sale, and they paid for it with their credit cards. What they didn't realize was that signing papers isn't closing. Their lender repulled their credit, saw the new debt, and guess what? Their debt to income ratio jumped up with the new debt, and their credit score went down just enough to knock them out of qualifying. My friend managed to save the deal for them, barely, but it delayed closing for more than a month. Because they had given notice to their landlord, they had to move out of their apartment and into a short-term rental, which was significantly more expensive. They also had to rent a storage unit for all of their possessions. Plus, they had to return their new furniture to get their credit score back up and their debt down, which doesn't happen immediately. It takes some time for it to register and be reflected on the credit report. And then they had to move twice. It also created a ton of unnecessary stress. So if you open new credit, finance furniture, or co-sign for someone else's loan, it can throw everything off. Pro tip, until your home is officially yours, meaning the keys are in your hands, no new credit, no new debt, no new job. Keep everything as stable as possible. If you absolutely must make a purchase or change jobs, talk to your lender first. And remember, once the keys are in your hands, the furniture stores will still be there, and there's always another sale. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and the like button. It will really help me out, and we can get this out to even more people. And if you have a family member or a friend looking to buy a home, please share this video with them too. Thanks so much. Mistake number 3, late payments, especially after you're in contract. This one is a silent deal killer that too many buyers overlook. You've found a home, you're under contract, everything's on track, but one small slip up can throw everything off. Your loan is in underwriting. The lender rechecks your credit right before the final approval and finds a new late payment. Even if it was by just a few days, it can change everything because your credit score will drop. That means your interest rate could rise, and worse, you might not even qualify anymore. I've seen a single missed $75 payment derail a purchase. Once you're in contract, Every bill should be on auto pay: rent, car, credit cards, everything. This is not the time to juggle due dates. Protect your credit like your home purchase depends on it, because it does. Mistake number 4: failure to disclose. This one's less obvious, but just as serious. When you're applying for a mortgage, honesty isn't just the best policy, it's the only policy. Your lender will verify your income, debts, employment, and assets. If something changes, or if you think it probably doesn't matter, you still should disclose it. Sometimes not disclosing something, even unintentionally, can destroy the deal. Here's another real life experience. A few years back, I worked with a really nice couple. They were in a home that was the right size when they bought it, but 2 kids and a dog later, it felt like a shoebox. They went through the loan process, got full loan approval, and everything looked perfect. We were a day away from closing. Then the lender received a mortgage payment verification from their previous home. It showed a late payment, and that changed everything. Because they'd also had a prior bankruptcy, which they hadn't put on their application, it became an even bigger issue. The couple told me they'd known about the late payment, but since it wasn't on their credit report, they figured that it didn't get reported and the lender wouldn't find out, and they saw no reason to volunteer it because they really wanted the home. And they said that their loan officer had filled out the application for them, and when they signed it, they hadn't realized that the bankruptcy box hadn't been checked off. Unfortunately, none of their explanations mattered. The lender withdrew the approval. The deal fell apart, and the seller kept their deposit, which was over $7,500, for failure to make a good faith effort to secure financing, which is a term of the contract. They were devastated, and I felt awful for them, but there was nothing that could be done. While they weren't trying to hide anything, they just didn't realize how important full disclosure is. The lesson here: if you're ever unsure whether something matters, disclose it anyway. Review all of your paperwork. Make sure everything on there is accurate. Okay? If there is something missing, tell your lender, tell your agent, let the experts decide what's relevant. The loan process will uncover everything eventually. Being upfront saves time, protects your purchase, and keeps you in control. And when you're buying a home, your financial story needs to be completely transparent. The more your lender knows, the fewer surprises that you'll face. Mistake 5 is not planning for moving and post-move expenses. This is the reality check mistake that catches even well-prepared buyers off guard. Because buying a home doesn't end at closing. Many buyers budget perfectly for their down payment and closing costs, but they forget about the day-to-day costs that hit right after they move in. They don't set aside money for movers, utility deposits, window coverings, or basic supplies. Sometimes they forget about big ticket items like needing to buy a refrigerator or washer dryer, or pay to install landscaping on a new construction home. How do you avoid it? Well, make sure you have at least a few $1,000s for a post-move fund for the first 30 to 60 days after closing. If you're buying new construction, plan on needing window coverings, washer, dryer, refrigerator. Know that you'll need to install backyard landscaping within the first 6 months. If you're buying a resale home, expect there to be repairs and maintenance needed. Move-in ready doesn't mean maintenance free. When I worked in new home sales, I saw many buyers surprised at how unfinished or empty their brand new homes looked without enough furniture or without the landscaping and blinds being installed. Plan ahead. Your future self will thank you for it. I've learned that the best outcomes happen when buyers are educated, proactive, and motivated. So if you're thinking about buying a home or you just want to avoid these kinds of mistakes, talk with a realtor. I'm based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and if you need an agent, I do have a network of realtors across the country that can help guide you through the process so that you can buy smart, protect your money, and move into your next home with less stress. You can reach out to me directly or through the comments. Also, I'd really appreciate you sharing what you thought of this video, as well as any other real estate content that you'd like to see a video made of. Knowledge is power, and the more you know, the fewer mistakes you'll make. Also, check out my other video, 10 Common Homebuyer Mistakes, where this video covered mistakes after going into contract. That video focuses on mistakes before and during the home search process. The link is below. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video.